Enjoy your luck, but say like in the original Elite Four where you had what's his name, Koga, and like a few of them had like a full rock moveset. So say you have a guy that has a full rock moveset, so he's got like, I don't know, Golem, Rhydon, you know, and the team goes like that, and you're just using like water Pokemon, but all of a sudden, like a level 100 Raichu just turns up, or he's got like Zapdos, which is a total counter to what you had. Oh, Agatha, yeah, full ghost. You know, it's weak against Psychic and Ghost, but all of a sudden she has like an absolute hench Dark type. That is like super fast and will just one shot. Any psychic type that you've got, or ghost type, like 255 speed with, you know, full physical power. Umbreon, who just like jumps out of one shot with one of your Pokemon. Yeah, and like Cynthia with all of the dragon types, you know, I'm going to counter it with a dragon type or an ice type. Well, actually, turns out that I've got a level 100 Magmortar that has like Fire Punch and Fire Blast. It's just going to annihilate you. Or she has a Lapras with Ice Beam that will just annihilate your dragon types. You know, and instead of, you know, having those Pokemon that are just, because you can literally just go through with one Pokemon for each person, like Bruno fighting. Just have a Pidgeot that would just one-shot everything. Oh great, this guy's got 6 Magikarp. And you wouldn't need to counter anything else because he's just got fighting types. So yeah, I think that'd be really cool. But obviously you could always have the option to just explore as you would want to. But I honestly don't see why they've... I mean, they tried to do Sword and Shield as... I honestly think that Sword and Shield was their first attempt at like a Pokemon MMO. Like with all the dens and being able to see everybody else, and you know, Dynamax with 4 people. While you're exploring the world, you can do like random trades and stuff. I think that was like their first kind of footsteps into an MMO world. And now with Legends Arceus coming out, that's like their first steps into a proper kind of RPG. And I can see in the next sort of few years, if it carries on like this, that there may be a Pokemon game that's more like an MMO. Which would be really fun. But I think they need to get their ducks in a row first, see what the reception is to Arceus before they do anything like that. Legends does look really good. Extra difficulties would be nice too. Yeah, I think it's kind of like any other game. Like you complete it, you have to do a full run through first, and maybe maybe the criteria for doing this new game plus with all the the level 100 Elite Four would be that you've completed the game and you've got 20 Pokemon at levels 70 before you can do that. And there'd be different criteria for each difficulty. Kind of like I don't know. Like with that Division 2 where you have different world types, and as you progress you get higher. And I think they could also do a lot more with some of the side activities like fishing and like the trees and all that kind of stuff. Okay, yeah. Increased difficulty modes available from the start. Yeah, but I don't know if you've ever played Devil May Cry. Devil May Cry is a great example of what you can do with difficulty levels. So like Devil May Cry has your normal difficulty, then it has like Nephilim mode where they've all got double health and do double damage. Then they have Dante Must Die, where everybody has 10 times the health and does 3 times the damage. Then you have Heaven and Hell, which is there's like Hell mode, Heaven and Hell, which is where you have normal health but they all have just 1 health, I think. Then you have Hell and Hell, which is where all enemies have 1 health, but you've also only got 1 health. Which is, I mean, Pokemon, to make Pokemon harder, all you have to do, you could have loads of modifiers on it. Like, that's a really good modifier. I think to make Pokemon harder, all you have to do is make super effective attacks. Instead of doing double damage, only do like 1.25 damage. You still get an advantage, but it's not a ridiculous advantage. So you can't just go in and stomp an entire gym. Your super effective attacks only do 1.25 damage, but all trainers' super effective attacks do 2 damage. I think that's fair. And there are people that would do that. Obviously there's people that wouldn't, and that's fine. Not every game has to be played at the hardest difficulty. I think if all you do is play Animal Crossing and you just want to go around and collect all the Pokemon and pick berries and just set up your team so that it's a really pretty team, because that's what you want to do. Have I not planted a berry there? Sorry, I'm talking and not really paying attention. I think that's fine. I think there's still things that you can do in Pokemon. Like, you could have weekly achievements. So, not weekly achievements, but like weekly challenges, like they do, like Ubisoft do with Assassin's Creed and Far Cry and stuff like that. Imagine a weekly challenge across the entire globe in a week to capture 1 million Magikarp. You know, how many people are playing this game? How long do you think it would take everybody who plays this game combined to catch 1 million Magikarp? You know, I don't think that'd take too long. I'll let you keep your Pokemon. Thanks, man. I just think that Nintendo are missing out on a lot of stuff that they can do with their games. You know, they could do that with Animal Crossing community challenges. They don't even have an achievement system. You know, Nintendo is like the ultimate platform for, you know, more casual gamers. And they could have these challenges, these achievements. Oh, hi Cynthia. I'm a trainer just like you. You're not though, are you? Is this the one that has the statue of Arceus? Or Arceus? I don't know how you even say that. Is it Arceus or Arceus? Oh. Don't I need the next badge to use cut though? Yeah, I think I need the badge to use this. Okay. Oh, here's the statue, I guess. That is Dialga. A lot of bikes around here. Like Amsterdam. Oh, okay. Games have gotten a lot easier. They've gone on. Gen 1 and 2 are still fairly difficult. Well, Gen 1 and 2 are fairly difficult because... And I think it's the same as... like World of Warcraft. They didn't really know what they were doing with their first game. And you can tell that with the movesets of some of the Pokemon. You know, the fact that, like, Abra only had teleport until it evolved. But I think in Gen 1, Abra didn't get a single offensive move. And there was no dual typing. You know, it was very one-dimensional. And that's why it was hard, like... You can have... Let me think of a good Pokemon. Like... Pidgey is a normal type, which then evolves into a flying type. You know, Pidgey didn't have weaknesses and got stabbed from Gust, which was a normal type. It didn't have weakness to electric. And Gust being like the flying type move that didn't get stabbed. It was just like, what? So that's why Gen 1 and 2. 2 was a lot more different. Again, I'm going to use the World of Warcraft analogy because I think They figured a lot of stuff out. They introduced a new type. Dark. To counter ghosts. Just don't forget ghosts didn't have a counter. Or was it psychic? I think it was either ghost or psychic that didn't have a lot of counters. And they put dark in, which just made it easier to counter. Okay. So we're straight into this gym. There's no messing about this time. Okay, that's good. Fixed a lot of bugs one had, like the bad... Yeah. But also look at the stuff that like the community has come up with. Shiny hunting. You know, would you have believed that somebody would have the patience to, you know, hunt through 3,000 Magikarp to get a shiny one? Right, there she is, I can see her. You know, and the fact that in later games they incorporated like shiny charms, where, you know, if a Pokemon held this and was at the front of your team, you had a higher chance to encounter shinies. In Let's Go Eevee, like once you'd caught 50 in a row, yeah, this is not the right Pokemon to have first. I think, was it 50 in a row or was it 25 in a row? Like, your chances to get a shiny like tripled. You know, breeding to get the perfect IVs. You know, again, you could have achievements for that. You could opt into these achievements. Breed a Pokemon with a perfect IV, 2 perfect IVs, 3 perfect IVs, 4, then 6 in total. Breed a perfect Pokemon. You know, it would kind of be like getting the golden Chocobo in Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy 7. For those of you who've never got the golden Chocobo in Final Fantasy 7, read up on it and see what you have got to do. It's a fairly absurd grind. And not entirely worth it. I mean, I guess it is if you're gonna be killing like the ruby weapon and the emerald weapon. But also, you could have... Okay, you just spent 20 minutes fixing a Python script that Inkscape was using just to try and get some lighting patterns. Only to realize the script's algorithm didn't do what I wanted. And then place them by hand. Okay. Oh, I didn't change my Pokemon again. I need to change my Pokemon after this fight, remind me. But yeah, like I was on about community challenges. Why not have a weekly legendary out there? You know, like they do in Pokemon Let's Go. Why not have a Mewtwo with 2 million health? You know, in Europe, that, you know, all the trainers work together to whittle down to 0. And then, you know, you don't catch the Mewtwo, but you would get sent something. You would get a reward for contributing towards that community challenge. You know, is it Pokeballs? Is it You know, like in World of Warcraft, you get a goodie bag with stuff in it like potions and that, but you have a chance that you'll get an egg, and then that egg will hatch into, you know, has a high chance of hatching into a shiny. Man, I should work for these guys. Like, these are all great ideas. And the fact that Nintendo Online is like £17 a year is pretty cheap. And I think you could have all of this. You could have, if you want to make Pokemon into a worldwide kind of MMO, then do it. Incorporate the the battles into like a season, and have rewards at the end of the season. I know people are like, oh, but Pokemon's a game to be having fun in. You can have fun doing loads of stuff. All you need to do is cater to the amount of people that are playing this. You know, how many... Let's look this up. Pokémon Brilliant Diamond sales. So in the first weekend of Pokémon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, 1.4 million copies were sold. It's 1.396, which is more than when Sword and Shield launched. It's double the amount that Let's Go sold on their first weekend. It's 200,000 more, so nearly 20% more than Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. It's a lot less than Sun and Moon. It's less than Ruby and Sapphire, and much less than X and Y. But it's the biggest launch, the biggest weekend sales since Sun and Moon came out. So I'm flabbergasted that they're not trying to jump onto this again, unless this is them getting their ducks in a row for the potential launch of an MMO. Right, did I just beat that guy? I just beat that guy. There's another one, I think he's down here. He's in between three oh, he's there, I see him. So he was in between three trees. Oh, in the middle of three trees, here he is. Or she. She. Did I put Saravia up front? Did I, Chuff? But I think even if you just try and do it for a season, yeah. Even if you say for 12 months, we're going to support the game for 12 months. And we'll see what the uptake is. I mean, I don't know how many people are playing actively in the like the competitive community. But say you've got 20,000 people playing. You know, yeah, you'd have to balance beside 4 flowers. Oh, there she is. You know, yeah, you would have some work to do with balancing. Yeah, sorry about that. I've switched auto ads on to get rid of the pre-roll ads. They run every half an hour now. But hopefully we'll start to see more people coming in. Oh my god, I still didn't switch it. I am the worst. Okay, that makes sense. I think a lot of it has to do with the culture. I don't think the Japanese business model is focused around ongoing support for games after they've launched. I think the business model is aimed at launching a game successfully and it being a successful launch, and then you start the development of a sequel as soon as you possibly can based on the initial sales. I think they want to have their teams working on developing new games rather than supporting games that they've launched. And that's fine. That's okay if you are launching games successfully. You've seen the attempts by Square Enix to, let me just double check that. I just want to make sure that I'm not talking shit here. Yeah, Square Enix. So Square Enix is a Japanese company. You will know them more famously as, say, Final Fantasy. They have had very successful support with DLC for Final Fantasy 15. But they've tried 2 live service games recently. Well, 2. One of them they said wasn't live service, which is Outriders. And they launched Marvel Avengers as well as a live service game. So, and what I mean by a live service game is that the game is connected to the internet. You're online all the time, and it's supported with regular content. Whether that's new chapters, whether that's new cosmetics, DLC, that kind of stuff. Kind of like Destiny. If you think Destiny 2, that's a really good live service game, or a really good example of a live service game. And both of those were described as having underachieved by Square Enix. Despite having a successful launch, their concurrent users just dropped and dropped and dropped. So, and I think when you look at it, perhaps their business model isn't suited to a live service kind of structure. Live service is more for paying for stuff all the time. And, you know, we've seen games where it works well. I would say Destiny 2 is an example of it working well. You also have your free-to-play ones like Fortnite, but they're more Battle Pass kind of things. But I mean, what is live service if not a Battle Pass? And I think There just needs to be up to date with everybody else and to compete with everybody else in the kind of ongoing player numbers. I think that's the direction that Nintendo should take in some of their games. I think Pokemon's a great IP to do that. Yeah. But what's stopping them doing emulation? What's stopping them doing GameCube emulation? Is that a critical hit? It's all emulation, you're right. That was a lot of... I mean, we know they're not shy about remastering. Heck, one of their best-selling Switch games, Breath of the Wild, is a remaster, a relaunch on Switch. It originally came out on Wii U. Oh, she's very happy. No, not hard at all. Got me a forest badge. Gardenia. Ooh. Nice. People would snap them up. I totally agree. If they said, we're going to emulate GameCube games and you can now get... yeah. And they said you can get... I don't know... Metroid Prime. Yeah, but you've got the Metroids on there, you've got the Zeldas, you've got the Donkey Kongs. I reckon you would be able to get some third parties in there as well. So instead of it just being all first party games. Yeah, I would love Need for Speed Underground. You know, the original get on GameCube emulation. I mean, that'd be awesome. Doom, doom, doom. Right, we can cut now, right? Yes. Well, Bidoof helps by using cut. Classic Bidoof. Right, what are we doing here now? We want your Pokemon. Oh. Okay, cool. Check out my Steam wishlist. Yes, please. Check out my Steam wishlist if you're feeling generous. There is a sale, an awesome sale. With so many first-party IPs, it's silly for them not to sell. Yeah. Look at the success of Game Pass. That's all I'm saying. Look at how successful Game Pass is and tell me that a service like that wouldn't be perfect for the Switch. I didn't see who they were bringing out then. Glameow. I feel like my Pokemon are wildly overleveled for this. These need another 10 levels on them. We've gone from a gym leader using like 17, 18, 19 Pokemon to grunts using 14. Are they? Did they forget to compensate for the fact that XP share is now on all Pokemon without having to have an XP share? Yeah, games with gold you do get that, but I don't think that's a big deal for Nintendo. I also don't think that there's a big enough library for that to be sustainable. Nintendo is quite... Let's face it, Nintendo's a niche sort of market. But I can imagine... Bayonetta 3 is coming out next year. But if Nintendo had a Game Pass style solution, imagine how much you would see people going back to Pokemon. You would see people... I mean, I think they've discontinued production of 3DS, 2DS, Wii's. I think they're only making Switches now. Oh yeah, definitely. If you could buy a virtual console where you could buy retro games to keep, it would be a no-brainer. The only argument I can see against it is that it would devalue the physical editions, but I don't think it would. Nintendo are sitting on so many IPs, and like you said, you know, Pokemon Ruby, the original, even Diamond and Platinum, Black and White. Imagine being able to go and play Black and White on Switch without having to pay 200 quid. That'd be awesome. And think of all the other lesser known games that would get love. And it might even encourage more developers to think about Switch when they're developing the games. F-Zero is one they should bring back to the Switch. Yep. I still think Lord of the Rings, Return of the King, one of the best games ever made, along with the Third Age, which was like the which was the final Final Fantasy style Lord of the Rings game. Great game, that. I think if you've not played Lord of the Rings the Third Age, you're missing out. It was a great game. It had the Balrog as a boss. Okay. I'm not donating my Pokemon. I'm going to donate some pain. Do these people really think that they're going to take over the galaxy with a wormhole? Final Fantasy Lord of the Rings edition is what images. Just search for Lord of the Rings, the Third Age. Maybe even put GameCube or PS2. Let's see if I can find it. Zubat, nope. We'll carry on fighting. Honestly, they need to do a balance patch for this. All Team Galactic Pokemon levels increased by 5. I mean, it's nice going around one-shotting stuff, but you're not getting any Pokemon, any experience. It's a bit rubs. All right. Kadabra. The Pokemon that was once a child who just woke up as a Kadabra. As you do. I mean, I'm prepared for there to be a huge peak in NPC Pokemon level. And you are Jupiter? Which one are you? There's Mars, Jupiter, and... I can't remember who the other one is. I think there's 3. Right, what level are her Pokemon? 18. Yeah, I honestly think these should be 5 levels higher. You know what else would be really good, Ian, as like a modifier? Like every 3 turns, your opponent's Pokemon gets an additional turn. Maybe 3 is too harsh, maybe 5. But can you imagine AI programming for it to use Hyper Beam and then the next turn it recovers and then uses Hyper Beam again? Or it would be able to Solar Beam and recover in 1 turn. And that'd be pretty cool. Can you imagine if, like, Cynthia got that with a confuse them or paralyze them? Or you could just have it where every 3 turns or 5 turns all status effects are removed. Kind of like they do in the Dynamax dens. That was a lot of experience. I forgot we've got Mew on our team. Still not learn an attacking move. So I guess we're going to have to teach it. Okay, nice. Boss, I'll let you in on one little thing. Why? That there is no incentive for you to do this. Our boss was researching the myths of ancient Pokemon. With the power of the mythical Pokemon, he will become the ruler of Sinnoh. I suggest you keep out of Team Galactic's affairs from now on. Oh, this is your last warning. Clefairy did come from space. Clefairy is an alien, confirmed. Cruise by my cycle shop. Yeah. Oh, I didn't check if there was any treasures. Nope. Hard to treasure. But yeah, I will never understand in games like this where it's like, you have defeated me. I'm now going to tell you our plan. Why? Yep. Team Galactic are the worst, man. The best team, well, teams, were team, was it Magma and Aqua in Ruby and Sapphire? They seem to know what's up. And they actually came quite close to causing serious damage by waking Kyogre and Groudon and getting them to fight. So what do we do now? Oh, cycle shop. That's what we're doing. Here it is. Let's get that bike. Okay, which bike do we want? Do we want Super Zoom Zoom or Hoppity Hop Hop? Blue, red, yellow, blue. I'm gonna go with blue. Okay. Alright. Why does it have a third? What? Why does it have a third and fourth gear? But not a first and second? I will do. Oh, right, okay, he's saying don't go that way. He's saying, come on, lad. You can go to the way now. This is a fast bake, fast bike. I think it would be a slow bake. Okay. Can I change gears now? There's something there that I kind of want to get to. So I would go there and cut. Okay, can I come off this bike now? Why don't I pay the underground visit? Okay. Register. Oh, okay. Okay, right, okay. Nice. I've registered it. You can catch loads of Pokemon in the underground now. Oh, I didn't want to go in there. We're going right, boy. Right again. Then Bidoof's gonna cut it. Oh, nice. TM46. Okay. So it's asking us to go to the underground. I actually think we've done that. No need for us to do this. But yeah, I think that's it for today.